welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I wanted to share a client success story. So this client went from not being in contact with her specific person to having and experiencing an event in the 3D that really triggered her to getting back in contact with her specific person, adding each other back on social media and talking every single day, and now they're basically in a long distance relationship. So yeah, you guys are really going to like this one. It is a pretty long one. She did write me a very long email, but you guys have to hear every single part of it, okay? Because like you will see exactly where things went wrong, what affirmations she used to sort of correct herself internally, and then have the 3D reflect that. And yeah, it's a really good story, but yeah, it is a bit long, but you're gonna want to stick around till the end. So yeah, I'm gonna start off from the beginning. She said, "Hi, I booked a one-on-one coaching session with you last week. Not sure if you remember, but I was the one who was almost in tears. I'm feeling much better now, thankfully." Yeah, you guys, this client came to me literally like crying because she said this in the email. Obviously, I got her permission to post this, but I mean, she was in tears. Like, she was really going through it, and I could definitely hear that. But yeah, she feels much better now. That's that matters. But yeah, she said, "But I wanted to update you on my SP situation." In cap, she wrote, "He's back and we're talking like every day. Just to recap, I told you how my SP and I were at a distance. I was trying for months to manifest him to contact me and talk to me and maybe even visit me. I wasn't sure at the time that I wanted to be with him, but now I'm pretty sure. LOL." So yeah, they were at a distance from one another. Okay, they lived long distance. I would say it was, from what she told me, it seemed like it was definitely like a 5+ hour flight away. Okay, yeah, plane ride away. Yeah, and she said that, but aside from a couple of story replies and a few snaps here and there wasn't much movement. I was happy to have been in communication with him, but then communication stopped entirely, probably because I kept posting another guy on my story that I was dating at the time, but then realized I wasn't that into him because I wanted my SP. And I cut him, in parentheses, she wrote, my SP off of Snapchat. So she deleted her SP off of Snapchat, unfollowed him on Instagram, and deleted him as a follower because she found out that he commented like hard eyes on some girl's post. And she was so upset. She's like, "I was so upset, ugh. I still had SP's number and didn't block him. But I found out through some digging, LOL, that he was going to see another chick in literally another country that's farther than where I lived." This was the same girl whose post he commented on, and she was from the place that he was going to visit. So like the math started mathing, okay, everything started adding up. And she said that she was devastated because like he had never done anything like that for her, and he was just going off to see this whole other girl. I also found out that she agreed to house him, so he was going to stay with her, which made me so sad. But like you said, I turned the story to my favor and made up something entirely different. So she came to me while all of this was happening, and I told her, like, listen, you have to turn the story to your favor. You do not have to trust the 3D. The 3D is a lie. It is fake, okay? The only reality of 3D is your perception. It's the story that you give it, okay? So that's what I told her. I told her to turn the story to her favor and make up something entirely different. I even told her to write it down, like write it down on paper that like, oh, isn't it cool that, or isn't it wonderful that SP is going to see his friends? I'll tell you the rest of the story. She said, I didn't affirm that he was going to see another girl, but rather went on a guy's trip. And I remember that he wanted to see London at some point. That's where I ended up going when we first started talking. So I twisted the story to my favor and said, oh, he's just fulfilling his bucket list goal, like he mentioned, and going there with friends. And I told her to write this down. We agreed that she would write, like, yeah, he's just going on a guy's trip. He's just going with some friends. He's just going to fulfill that trip on his bucket list, not seeing another girl. Yeah. So that's okay. I'm trying to figure out like where in the story we are. Yeah, like you said, yeah, so I told her to do that. So he did end up going there, and I watched his stories through a fake account, LMAO, and I could see that he was clearly there, but he wasn't posting anyone with him, or like those date type stories. You know what I mean? Like, the ones where like it's kind of clear they're on a date because they post like a picture of 2 drinks or 2 dinners, things like that. Yeah. And yeah, he wasn't posting those type of date stories, which made it easier to stick to my story about him just being there on his own with friends. He finally came back to his place like back from London to where he lived, and I noticed that him and the girl that I thought he was going to see unfollowed each other on Instagram. They unfollowed each other, okay? This girl's account was on private for the longest time, but she made it public for a couple of days. And I kid you the F not, I checked her following/followers, and he wasn't there on either. I think they had blocked each other, or he blocked her, because all their likes on each other's posts disappeared. I think that happens when you block someone. Yeah. Um, I manifested her away just by twisting the story like you told me to. I also noticed that he posted about his trip there on his actual Insta feed, and I went through his likes and I found a guy friend of his that had also posted that he went to London, and on that guy's story highlights, so the SP's friend's story highlights, he posted my SP. So it turns out my SP was there with a friend. She got confirmation in the 3D that the SP was there with a friend because she went through the post likes and found a guy and then stalked that guy's story highlights, and yeah, found out that the guy on the story highlights had posted the specific person. So it's like he did actually end up going there with a friend, or going to, like, you know, meet his guy friend. Yeah, and he posted my SP. So it turns out my SP was there with his friend. He was some old coworker, I believe. I don't know, he had definitely referenced that friend before. But the point is, the story checked out with him going with his friend. It is crazy how powerful we are. I truly felt like I was in control, and I found out through some more digging that the girl who was going to house him, who she thought, you know, he was going for, uh, started going, in his words, like he said that psycho on him because of him hanging out with his friends, or booking a hotel room, hanging out with his friends, or something happened that caused her to bail on him last minute. And I think he ended up having to book a hotel room with his friends or get other accommodations, which sucks, lol. But at least he wasn't with her. It was clear their relationship, in quotes, was doomed from the start. I don't know why I was worried, but I wish I hadn't reacted and blocked him on social media. But that event really triggered me. Yeah, so what happened here is that something happened which caused the girl that he was going for to bail on him, and he didn't end up staying with her. In fact, they had like unfollowed each other. I don't know when this happened. I think, yeah, the timelines are a little bit, I'm not sure exactly when, you know, they ended up unfollowing each other. But she told me something about how, this is like the summarized version. She told me something about how she posted, like, you know, while he was there, on that trip, and then she didn't see her posting him, or like anything with that. Like, she was posting, that she was there. Like, she didn't post any date type stories. She posted a post with like her partying with her friends, and there were a bunch of people around. She had tagged guys. SP was nowhere to be seen. She told me something about that. I also wanted to clarify that. So, I mean, she just said that, like, you know, yeah, she probably bailed on him last minute. Something happened. They got into a fight because apparently he said that she was like psycho because she wouldn't let him hang out with friends, or like she was super controlling or something like that. Yeah. But basically, after that, she said, I think the reason, yeah, she wished that she hadn't blocked him on social media, because this girl wasn't a threat at all, because their relationship wasn't even like, well, one, a real relationship. It wasn't steady, stable. I mean, she was like going, you know, ham on him, and he was like, she ended up like canceling on him, and he ended up like blocking her. So she's just like, yeah, I wish I had known this. I wish I, you know, hadn't reacted and gotten triggered and blocked him on Snapchat and deleted him off of Instagram. Yeah, but I think, she said, I think the reason that happened was because, like, the reason why this entire situation, she was able to manifest away the third party, and got him to contact her, which I'll get to. She said, I think the reason this happened was because I was working on the self concept affirmations you told me to focus on. Like, I have always felt emotionally safe, secure, and stable in my romantic relationships. I have only ever had happy, healthy relationships. My relationship with SP is perfect. We are exclusive and we only see each other. I also said SP is a sim for me and only me, since I thought it was super simpy for him to travel to another country for someone else. So I switched it to him being a sim for me, and I'm using that he's doing anything and everything he can to see me. So simp means like someone who's like really down bad for someone. Down bad means like someone who's like really into someone and, you know, would do something like travel all the way across the country or to another country to see them. It's just someone who's like a cheesy romantic, okay? But she twisted the story and said, like, no, he's a simp for me and only me. I'm the only girl that he simps for. And, you know, I told her these self-concept affirmations. I'm just going to go ahead and repeat them because I think this is, like, the important part of the story. Like, obviously there was a third party involved, but sometimes when there's a third party involved, it's best to not pay attention to the third party because you manifested that third party. And, like, she, like, seamlessly got rid of the third party by just doing self-concept. Like, she didn't even affirm anything for the third party. She tried not to pay attention. She changed the story. She revised. She's just like, no, he's gonna go see friends. Okay, that there is no other girl. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and reread the self-concept affirmations. I told her, yeah, I am the best anyone can get. Anyone would be lucky to be with me. I have always been perfect. I have always felt emotionally stable, safe, and secure in my relationships. I have only ever had happy, healthy relationships. My relationship with SP is perfect. We are exclusive and we only see each other. And then, yeah, she also affirmed that SP is a sim for her and only her. And now she's saying he's doing anything and everything he can to see me. It is okay to do SP affirmations. I would just recommend doing more self-concept affirmations. Yeah. And then after that, so yeah, she said, so then after he came back from his trip, he texted me, oh, what happened to your snap? Did you deactivate? Haha. I was so surprised he texted me. Like, I was not expecting that at all, even though I affirmed for it, lol. Case in point, I didn't really believe it would happen, but affirmed anyway. And, like, you guys, that is proof. You don't have to believe in your affirmations. You don't have to even believe that, like, you know, they're gonna come back or anything is working, as weird as that sounds to say, because I know so many people on here talk about, like, oh, you have to have faith, you have to believe. You don't really have to believe in anything. I didn't believe in anything. I was able to manifest multiple SPs, my job, everything without believing, okay? It's just that, just do your self-concept affirmations. Vain affirming even works. There's no such thing as vain affirming. No amount of self-concept work, affirmation work will ever go to waste, okay? But she genuinely, like, you know, did not believe that he would contact her because, you know, she had deleted him off of everything. But yeah, like I said in the beginning, like, she never blocked him on text, iMessage, so he texted her through there, and he's just like, how are you doing, haha, or you deleted me off of Snap, haha. I don't know. I don't know. Like, the way she types, I love her. It's so funny. It's like such an animated story. She has, like, you know, emojis and, like, caps and, like, LOLs and LMAOs and haha and, like, yeah. But let me go ahead and continue from where I left off. Yeah, I didn't really believe it would happen, but affirmed anyway. And I did mostly self-concept like you told me to. That's exactly what I told her to do. She said, you are right, it really does work. And I told him that I had deleted him because I was dating someone else and didn't feel comfortable talking to him, aka her SP, but now that's over with it. Now that's over with. She broke up with the guy that, you know, she was dating because she wasn't really that into him. That wasn't the complete truth, obviously, since I had blocked him because I was triggered because of that girl, but I wasn't going to tell him that, lol. But he understood and added me back on Snap and followed me back on Insta. He didn't really mention the Insta thing. He just followed me probably because he assumed I deleted him on Insta for the same reason as Snapchat. Either way, he was super understanding and the conversation actually went really well. And then he ended up telling me about his trip to where he went and how he ended up going with his friends because his plans didn't work out. Wonder why. He did tell me that he was supposed to meet up with a girl, which I actually took well because I already knew and wanted him to be honest, so I was glad that he was honest with me. He told me the whole story about how she started acting crazy and was super mean to him and controlling and possessive and gaslit him and canceled on him after he booked the flight, and how that really upset him, so he blocked her. But he decided to go anyways. He just decided to go with a friend who was also going because he didn't want to waste the trip. And it was turns out it was on his bucket list. Turns out he did want to go there, and he's just like, you know what, I've always wanted to see this place. So, you know, she had affirmed for that, and that actually ended up happening as well, so that was cool. Yeah. She said, I'm still working on us being in the same place, but we are now pretty much long distance relationship dating and talking every single day. Like, he literally said, when's our next FaceTime date, and asked to do a fancy wine and cheese virtual dinner thing where we both dress up nice, and that he would talk in a British accent because I told him that was hot. Oh, also, he added me back on Snap. Like, he talks to me multiple times a day, sends me memes. We're talking on multiple apps, so it's been great. He even mentioned plane ticket prices or something about a certain airport being less expensive to travel from. And I saw a scene about a movie from a guy traveling to the same place where I live, so I'm taking that as a sign that things are working. Things really did end up shifting in my favor, and I'm truly grateful for you and the affirmations you gave me. I'm going to be more consistent with my affirmations, especially the self-concept ones, and I know the reason why I manifested what I did was because of my own hot and cold behavior, and it was great to realize that I had full control over my reality all along. This is real. Manifestation really does work. I will keep you updated on further progress. Thank you so much once again. So yeah, you guys, that was quite the, roller coaster, up and down, nail biter story, okay? You guys, this is real. This 100% does work. Okay, she stuck to her affirmations. She was persistent. I don't think this took that long. I think overall this happened within the span of 2.5 weeks. Like, she came to me, we booked a call, I think at the beginning of March. Yeah. And then all of this, like, she recently just emailed me a couple of days ago, and I'm filming this in the first week of April. So it didn't take that long for things to change. Yeah, I would say like maybe a month at, yeah, like they have been talking for like I think a good couple of days now. So I would say it took around like 2.5 to 3 weeks for all of this to like, her entire reality to completely shift and change. I mean, you guys, like, this girl was like, so sad, and like, not to comfort her, and like, she was just like, this really sucks. I can't believe this is happening to me. And like, I told her like, it's okay, just do self-concept affirmations, because we've all been there. Sometimes, most of us have seen like really triggering things in the theory that just made us so frustrated and sad and mad. But even though she was feeling all those feelings, she was devastated, she was upset, she still turned the situation around. Okay, I really wanted to stress that point, because it is a myth that you have to be high vibrational in order to manifest, or you always have to be happy to manifest. I know there's some people that think that is their own assumption. That is fine. It does not have to be the case. You do not have to feel a certain way in order to manifest, okay? Yeah, but go hard on the self-concept affirmations. Revise everything you see, okay? Like, she literally said, like, okay, if SP was going for this girl, why can't he go for me? Like, I'm amazing, I'm a queen, I deserve to be treated well. And like, she didn't really like, she didn't even bother affirming for the third party. Like, that's the thing. A lot of you guys, if you are dealing with a third party situation, whether it is another person in a romantic relationship or another competitor or like another candidate for a job you're applying, focus on yourself. Don't give any attention to the third party. Just focus on being the best version of yourself, saying things like, I deserve it, I am a queen, everything always works out for me, okay? I mean, SP himself ended up blocking that other girl, okay? So that, that's a big thing. I know a lot of people do come to me asking for advice on how to get unblocked on social media or like add people back. You guys, it's okay. It's okay if you have blocked someone on social media or deleted them, you can add them back, okay? It is possible. In fact, he added her back on everything that she deleted him from. So the fact that he even noticed, that's a big thing. And yeah, he ended up contacting her. They're talking every single day. They're going on FaceTime dates. He's been, bringing up, like, trying to see her, bringing up, like, plane ticket prices and stuff like that. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Hopefully this story did inspire someone. Okay, if you are interested in booking a manifestation one-on-one coaching session with me, check out the description box below where I have the link for that. I also do tarot readings and I make custom subliminals, so if you're interested in that, do check that out. And yeah, let me know if you have any other questions or any other topics that you want to see in the future. Thank you so much. I will see you all next time.